Well, hello Libra. I hope this video finds you well. I know it's been quite a while since we have been able to sit down together. For those of you who have not joined me in the past, the I-ching, the surrender, and the 2 cards from the native spirit deck are going to be the overall energy, the general guidance, and love from your spirit guides. The 3 cards from the Mythic Tarot are for your work, career, and finance. The bottom row, those 4 from the Mystical Wisdom, are going to be your love and romantic relationships. And then we'll get a card from the postcards from Spirit deck. So, Libra, you guys got card 59, which is dispersion. In spring, warm breezes blow across frozen water and awaken them to movement again. Winds blow over stagnant summer marshes, freshening and freeing them to encourage growth. In every season, the prevailing winds act upon the waters to disperse inertia and coax them into liveliness. When one wants to motivate others, subtle persuasion may be more effective than brute force. Awaken them to movement again. Stagnant summer marshes, encouraging them to grow. Coax them to liveliness. When you want to motivate someone, lots and lots of talk of no more hangman season, no more being a hermit. You've been sitting around, you've been contemplating, you've done nothing, you've got caught up in your thoughts, your mind, the stupid shit we can tell ourselves, perhaps even visited with the good old depression. But now, in March, Libra, it's time to put all of those plans into action, to get going on those goals, to get out and be in nature, find yourself again, to rediscover the things that you are passionate about and that you enjoy, what brings you to life. You guys have spent perhaps maybe a little too long in the stagnant hangman hermit phase. And self-reflection is fabulous, but you can also do self-reflection outside. You can do self-reflection in terms of how you handle social environments, social settings, social interactions. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Anybody knows, we've all been there, when you are trying to do something and it is not working and you get even more pissed off. The chances of you actually being able to complete that task rather than just picking up everything and chucking it across the room, pretty fucking unlikely. So, what is it that's frustrating you? Why? What is it that pushes your buttons? Is it because you're being stubborn and hard-headed and perhaps doing the same thing over and over and over in the same manner, expecting somehow magically to get a different result? How's that working for you? Probably not very fucking good, right? Take a step back. Take a breath. Let yourself ascend to a higher perspective. Grandfather Sky. I say this every month and I probably will continue to say it. I absolutely am in love with the imagery of these cards. The colors and the feeling of just being inside that card. The sky is the limit. You're literally soaring to new heights this month, Libra. Look at that card. Bright yellow and orange with a glimpse of perhaps some red or crimson around the edges, right? There's a little bit of blue up in the top of the clouds where the sky and the clouds meet. So what does that say? Well, if we go back to our chakras, knowing who you are, knowing what you desire, and quite frankly, not being too chicken shit to verbalize it, to say it out loud, to say it to yourself, whoever needs to hear it, and not be ashamed to say it proudly. Remove the blocks. Do you see any sense of limitation in that card? There are no blocks. There are no limitations. Sure, it's dark from here to whatever sunset or whatever it is that is creating the color. But you have a sliver of the moon, you have a star, and you have that light. Sometimes just trusting the path and actually getting your ass up and moving forward is really all you need. You've fallen on your face for a lot less. Storyteller. How much I would love to be sitting around a bonfire next to the water right about now. I am in the Midwest where it is motherfucking cold. And we have so much snow that, quite frankly, it's not real exciting. If I wanted this much snow, I'd live in Colorado. However, here we are. So, instead I'm going to enjoy the card. This card is all about living larger than life so that you not only have great stories to tell, but if you can allow yourself to live larger than life, you've essentially allowed yourself to have all of these experiences, and you have allowed yourself to live a life that you enjoy. No good bonfire story ever started with, so I was laying in my bed one day, or so I was scrolling through Facebook sitting on the couch. So I was sitting around in my sweatpants having a cigarette, and nope, they don't actually. Go out there. Live a life that is going to make one hell of a fucking bonfire story. Notice again the yellows, the oranges, the red, and the blue. This month, I really want you guys to look up your chakras and understand what your base chakra is all about, your sacral chakra, which you may find very interesting and perhaps enticing. Your sacral chakra, easiest way to reset it, orgasm. You're welcome. Then you have your solar plexus, and you have your throat chakra. So, take some time. Invest in yourself. Trust me, you have spent so much time scrolling through Facebook or whatever other stupid shit you look at. Take the time to invest in yourself. Now then, Libra, let's look at your work, career, and finance. You guys have a lot of emotion, a lot of cups in your financial reading, to be quite honest. You have 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. So, let's start with the 5 of Cups. Typically, this is seen as the crying over spilt milk card. Like, oh, if she'd just turn around, she'd see that she still had these cups, blah, 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 blah. Right? Okay, well, instead, I want you to understand how important it is to be mindful of your focus. Be mindful of your perspective. If you see your job in a good light, the good is going to grow and it's going to be even better. But if you feel negativity about particular aspects of your work, I guarantee they're going to feel emphasized, like they're getting worse every day. But really, it's just because you don't focus on any of the positive. So let me ask you this, Libra. Is it because you're needing to see things in a new light? Or is it that you need a new job? I think that's the question to ask. Ask yourself. Because then we go into the Nine of Cups. Hello, the Wish card. Fabulous fucking card to have. And this is where I felt like maybe I'm reading for two different groups. I'm reading for perhaps like each side of the scale. So either you are happy where you're at and things are about to get even better, like perhaps a promotion, or you get that acknowledgement that you deserve. Or you're on the other side of the scale and you've been really spending most of your days thinking about being somewhere else, thinking about a different job. And perhaps this month, in March, that job just so happens to present itself. Either way, it's a fucking win. Congratulations. Super excited for you guys. The Ten of Cups. Seriously. Like, again, huge card of positivity and optimism. So, group one, you've reached a point where, quite honestly, your employer would be in a real hard spot to try and replace you. Not only because of your knowledge and experience as far as the job itself, whatever your title is, but also because of your knowledge of the company itself. Knowing that you are a valuable asset. And then there's group two. What I felt for you guys is like your new job almost has this feeling of like a super life purpose, Mother Teresa style position where it's so empowering and so inspirational that it changes your entire outlook. It makes you feel as if you're alive again. And because of that, you make that world around you a better place. I don't know what else to say other than if I could, I would shake your hand and perhaps buy you a drink. Congratulations, your hard work is paying off. Now, if you don't mind, shall we take a stroll down the sandy beach to your love and romantic relationships? Competition. This card says summon courage and self-confidence. 2 thumbs up, quite frankly. Just like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like a little fairy thing riding that tiger. She's got 2 thumbs up. She's riding her own damn tiger. Perhaps she could have chose a sea turtle or a sheep, but fuck no. She chose a tiger. Where is your courage? Where's that confidence? You need to have a little moment of how Stella got her groove back. Find that magnetic, that insanely attractive side of yourself again, where people stand back and they're like, wow, that's a good fucking person right there. You guys are talented. You can be quite hilarious. You can be stupid enough to try some pretty crazy things. And it typically makes for a very good story afterwards. Find that side. Let yourself have a little fun again. And then we have Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is the provider of healing for the mind, the body, and the spirit. You see what's on her chest? It's a tree. The tree has some really deep roots. It's grounded, can be leaned on, can be trusted. It's not like one of those little trees in the Target parking lot that are just gonna break with, any sort of pressure applied. No, that one can withstand the trials and the tribulations and the winds that come in relationships. There's butterflies flying over her head. Transformation. There's perseverance and persistence. You see all those layers? There's so many layers of different sets of imagery. Ooh, the camera shifted a little there so you can see it a little better. There's all of these stories combined into one layered on top of each other. And isn't that kind of how relationships go? You get to this layer and then you get to the next layer. Not in a sexual way, get your head out of the gutter. I mean, like, you know, oh, we went out to dinner, or oh, she farted in front of me for the first time. Those kind of layers, Libra. And then you have Dragon. This card says, discover your courage. Jesus, Jesse. Would you just look at that? Libra, when did you end up being, like, how? When, where, when did this happen that you became such a pansy? When did you become weak? How many cards do we have that say, grow some balls, find yourself, get out there and reintroduce yourself to the world, get rid of the stage fright, quit being so self-conscious, get rid of those self-limiting beliefs, stand in your power, find a fucking dragon to ride, figure out what it is that you are allowing to stand in your way from you moving forward in your search for true love, moving forward in being in that committed relationship. What is it? Figure it out. Because at the end of your story for this month, you have enlightenment. And this card says, pursue spiritual growth. And what is in that card? Every motherfucking color of your chakras. Take the time, please. Get your chakras balanced. Cleanse your aura. Grow some balls. Find someone or something that sets your soul on fire, that ignites your passion, and take the time to acknowledge that that is taking place, that is happening. Feel it, live it, be thankful for it. Libra, this month is all about you coming back to life. It's all about puberty. You hid in your room because you had a face full of zits and a squeaky voice. Well, guess what? You grew some balls, they dropped, and now here we are, March 2019. Welcome to the motherfucking world, Libra. Postcards from Spirit. Dearest you, we have a secret to share with you. If you act as if all is well, it will be. Act as if you are brave, and you will have courage. Act as if you are loved, and you will be a magnet for love and experience the love of spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered, as if you are truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see the world, how you will interact with it, and draw conclusions from it. If you want to be the person who has the life that you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if that were the truth. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seem empty or cavernous, perhaps chaotic or barren. These are temporary, and they don't even count. Defy them and act as if you are the luckiest person on the planet. You will be, for you already are. That's the real secret. You are infinite potential. Loving you so much, rainbows explode in the ether. Mic drop. Boom. Thank you, Spirit. Be brave. Act as if you already have everything that your little hearts could desire. Because you sitting here in contemplation and going back and rehashing the past and realizing what you do or do not have is not helping you. What will help you is to figure out how to manifest. And how to manifest is not to wish for something that you don't have, but instead to pretend as if you already have it and then sit in the feeling of having it and go through. Do a little journaling. Do a little checklist. How does it feel to have the love of your life wrapped up in your arms? How does it feel to wake up to them every morning? How does it feel to walk into work every day to that dream job? How does it feel to hold your newborn baby? What do they smell like? What is the weather like? How do they feel? And how do you feel? That's how we manifest. Libra, you guys are infinite potential. Spirit is dead on with that comment. I love that line in that card. Quit fucking sitting around in your sweatpants living like a hermit and go fucking be that infinite potential. I love you so much. Thank you guys for coming back month after month. Thank you for being patient while I was sick. You guys are amazing, and I hope that you have the most amazing March. I'll talk to you next month. Until then, much love.